Good morning, lovelies. I'm hoping to come back tomorrow. I really want to do snow mow. I had an allergic reaction to, I think, the medicine that I went and had on Thursday. I can show you my hand. My hand is blown up and it's swollen and it's red, and my face kind of looks like that too. So I'm not really, went into Ready Care yesterday and got a whole bunch of shots and a whole bunch of meds, but yeah, I think I had a reaction to the medicine that they put in the back of my head. So I'm not gonna be, obviously wasn't in on Monday, and it's Tuesday, I'm not here. But I wanted to go over some of the directions maybe to help you. I was hoping your page 46, graphing locations, this page right here that I asked you to do after Bill Nye would kind of look like this. I think first hour probably can't do this because you haven't gotten your information, but the information the first one asks for the outbreak location. So outbreak location, number of people infected, the 5 different spots, and then I wanted you to give me a quantity for those. I don't know if maybe whoever's subbing could stop on this and people could work on it or go back to it, but it does ask for the outbreak location and then the number of people and locations. Remember, it's not a histogram because it needs to be a bar graph they're touching. The second thing that you were supposed to do was graph locations 1 and 2 with action. And there are 3 actions. So I did one here. Here's the first one, the picnic area, the number of people infected. And I made a big, because I've got all this space and I can just do 1, 2, 3, swim in the lake, and 10 people swam in the lake and were infected. That's just an example I did. I did it with other classes last year, and these are the examples I had. It should have 3 things on there. So the top 2 places where people were infected, you should be graphing the number of people infected. Where did I get this information from? Right here. I got that information from right here, which should be in your journals unless your first hour. I'm sorry about that first hour. We didn't get a chance to do that. What I want you to do today, after you work on this, is the outbreak in the community. Think about the outbreak of the disease in the community compared with just one person getting sick with a disease. What information can you get from the outbreak that you could not get from one person? Imagine that you are the director of health in the town where this disease is spreading. It is your job to prevent people from getting sick with this disease. A, explain what actions you would recommend to try and end the outbreak. B, a trade-off is a desirable outcome given up to, that should say, gain another desirable outcome. What are the trade-offs you recommend? I want you to use the who, what, where, when, why. All you know is that there was an outbreak at the lake. I hope you guys realize that. At the picnic at Lake Klein, if you swam in the lake, you got sick. You are writing this letter only knowing that. Don't make up anything. No mass hysteria. Don't say if you go to the lake, you're gonna die, because that's not gonna happen. People got sick at the lake. Obviously, you looked at your classmates. Nobody was falling over. But you should recommend who are the people who went to the lake. What should they do? Probably go to the doctor and explain their symptoms. When did it happen? Remember, was it on day 1, 2, or 3? When did it happen? When did it happen? How did it happen? We're not sure how it happened. So maybe with the trade-offs, you talk about, okay, so we've narrowed it down to the picnic at Pine Lake. You probably shouldn't go swimming there. Instead, you could go to the zoo. You could pet the goat. You could go out and have some food. You could, go to the market. This should be 2 really good paragraphs. And I did leave over here. And these can go out on the tables if you'd like. This is an actual true January 11th, 2023 conserve water issue for East Lansing. So this is kind of a format on how a letter like to the community would kind of look. Again, you can use East Lansing. You could make up your own town. And again, who, what, where, when, why. It should be 2 really good paragraphs. This gave you do's and don'ts. It told you who to contact. Again, make your letters sound real. Make it community related. Use professional words. And I put this here so that you could copy something and it could look professional. The big part about this is the beginning part of the unit. That's why we have worksheet, outbreak, and the community letter 1. Worksheet outbreak 2. We're not going to do this until after we take the test. We've looked at models, medical journals. We've taken all cases. We've taken specific patients and what happened to them. When we, at the end of this unit in February, go over this, you will have written a totally different letter. Not as vague as this one, because we just know that they got sick. We don't know what they got sick with. We're just telling people probably stay away from the lake. Who, what, where, when, why. This will have tons of details. This is worth 50 points. 2 paragraphs, who, what, where, when, and why. It stays in the classroom. Do not take it out of the classroom, please. Why? Because we can't do a follow-up if you take it out. So leave it here, 50 points. That will go in this weekend. I'm taking a stack of papers home to work on. Even though my eyes are all swollen up, I can still see. Please be good for the sub and have fun at bowling. Be safe, and hopefully I'll be with you guys tomorrow.